The volatility in the Pokemon market has gone to the next level. We're seeing prices drop like crazy, and we're seeing other prices skyrocket. And this is affecting all areas of the Pokemon market, not just English Pokemon, but we're seeing crazy pricing in the Japanese market and the Chinese market. So today, I'm going to go over specifically 3 sets in the current generation that everybody is absolutely pooping on. And I'm going to show you guys why the entire internet and the entire Pokemon universe is lying to you about what's going on with these sets. Because these sets are real. These sets are an incredible opportunity if you're an investor or if you are a Pokemon collector. This is the time to buy these sets because in 3, 6, 8 months, you're not going to be able to buy these at this price and you're going to be wishing that you did. So with that in mind, I am announcing a sponsor for this video, and that is JP Fans. JP Fans is a marketplace where you can buy Japanese Pokemon. And if you have seen anything about Japanese Pokemon as of recently, you'll know that the prices of Japanese Pokemon cards, specifically Storm Emerald, the new Rayquaza set that's coming out, 30th anniversary, the prices are absolutely outrageous. And it's mainly being driven by the North American market, who's trying to acquire Japanese Pokemon cards, because the singles for Japanese cards, as you have seen on my channel previously, are incredibly valuable. And that's driving up the prices of the sealed product in Japanese, similarly to English. But historically, Japanese products have been significantly cheaper, significantly more affordable. It's the same cards, it's the same art. So a lot of people gravitated towards the Japanese to enjoy the art, to enjoy the cards, and not have to pay the English premium prices. Well, JP Fans is kind of an answer to that, because if you go on eBay to try and find Japanese Pokemon, you're going to pay a premium. If you try and buy Japanese Pokemon on Facebook Marketplace or from a lot of these Japanese sellers on Facebook, it's not super reliable and you don't know what you're getting or if you're being scammed. So this is where JP Fans comes in. This is like a marketplace where you can buy basically anything from the Japanese market. It's not just Pokemon, any kind of Japanese products or, you know, kind of Asian products. But specifically, what I wanted to show you guys is Storm Emerald, which is coming out. Actually, this already came out in Japanese, but this is the Rayquaza set that's coming out here after 30th anniversary. That's super hyped. And if you search for this, you can search different marketplaces, but Mercari is the one that you want to search for. It translates everything from Japanese to English for you on this website, which is super easy to use. And if you kind of scroll through, you can see the pricing. And this is pre-shipping, so this is not including shipping. So the way this works is you purchase it, it goes to the JP Fans warehouse where they verify the product, and then they ship it out to you internationally. So you do have to pay for shipping on top of this. But if you look at some of this pricing, and you know, I just kind of pulled this up for you guys so you can see. This is a couple of boxes. Now you do have to be careful on this site too. Make sure you're buying sealed product. It hasn't been opened. Some of them have shrink wrap. Some of them don't have shrink wrap. You know, there's, you know, just like any marketplace. But there was a couple here that I found at reasonable prices compared to current prices here. And then these ones I also found very affordable, $112 for a booster box. Now this is a crazy price for a Japanese booster box, but that's what these are going for right now. $118 for this one. You know, it says free domestic shipping, but you know, I wouldn't be purchasing this domestic. So I'm going to purchase one of these, and then we're going to get it in a couple of weeks or however long it takes for it to come in. And then we're going to rip it, open it. I'm going to show you guys the experience of receiving the product, and we're going to go through the whole experience of getting this shipped and everything. So I just wanted to show you guys, this is what I'm going to be purchasing. I'm going to purchase it today, and then we're going to see how long it takes to get in. And then you guys can take advantage of JP Fans. Here's another one. Just to show you guys, the market price of this box is $165. Okay. Let's see if that's shipping included. See, this is no shrink wrap. So here's your first one, $165 shipping included is the cheapest price on TCG Player from a pretty reputable seller. But I'm looking at prices here at $118. US plus shipping, 112, but I think it's going to end up coming out to cheaper than 165. And so I'll go through all that with you guys on my next follow-up video for this. And you guys can take advantage of this as well, just so you see eBay as well. I mean, there's boxes going for 185, 165, free delivery, but that's the prices. So you're potentially saving a lot of money by going on JP Fans. So if you guys want to sign up on JP Fans, I'm going to have my affiliate link below. You can click on that affiliate link and it'll give you a bunch of discounts. It'll give you a bunch of promotions that I've been able to secure if you sign up with my affiliate link. If you sign up outside of my affiliate link, you will not get those promotions and discounts. So I think there's maybe some discounts for shipping, maybe free shipping. I don't know exactly what it is, but there's a whole list of coupons you get if you sign up with my affiliate link. So go ahead and do that and check out JP Fans. So for today's video, I'm actually going to be going through ME 3, 4, and 5, okay, which is the set that everybody hates, like so much to the point. And honestly, it's not that people hate them, it's that scalpers and PokeTubers for clicks are just pooping on these sets, right? Like I've even gotten phone calls with people and scalpers and different people trying to pawn off their perfect order and Chaos Rising and Pitch Black stuff on me because they bought it and now they can't make any money on it, and so they don't want to keep it, which is just so transparent, especially when people say they're not scalpers and then they want to sell you the product that they have suddenly, randomly. They've never tried to sell me anything, but now, just take it at MSRP. Just take it at MSRP. Yeah, okay, I hear you. I'm leery about it. Not leery about buying it. I'm here for it. If anybody wants to sell me a booster box of any of these sets, ME 3, 4, and 5, at current market price or MSRP, I should say, I'll take it. I'll take any booster box at MSRP from these sets, 100%. I think it's a great buying opportunity. But I wanted to go through it with you guys. So right now, perfect order or poopy order or perfect poop or whatever, perfect PP, different people call it different derogatory things. Currently, this is sitting at $68. This very volatile 3 months. I mean, I guess not huge price shifts, but like from the $66 to the $73 range. If we look at 6 months, it launched at $107, just like everything else launches, and then just came back to reality. And now it's sitting, MSRP on this box, I believe, is $49.99 is MSRP for ETB. So it's still sitting above MSRP at around $70, call it. But that's still a pretty good price for a modern set in this era of the last couple of years. If you look at the booster box, this is quite shocking to me. So 222 on launch, it is now down to 167, which I believe this is MSRP. So this booster box has officially hit MSRP. 174 shipped. I mean, we're talking maybe $5-10 more than MSRP. This is basically an MSRP product. It's incredible. If you can get this at MSRP, and I'm going to show you why I think this is an incredible buy. This is an incredible buy. We have not seen an opportunity like this in years, literally years, in Pokemon, to buy a booster box at MSRP. The gains that you can make on this booster box, just keeping it sealed, you'll see immediate gains, I think, in the next 6 to 12 months on this product. Probably 50% gains, maybe more. And over the longer term, like 2-3 years, as this goes out of print, this is the opportunity people have been waiting for. If you don't take advantage of it now, then you're not an investor. And then this is the difference between Pokemon investors and then those just fake fly-by-night scalpers that just want to make a quick buck, which is not me. And that's the problem people should be having with not people who hold the product long-term, because there's not a lot of those people. There's not. And that's really becoming evident now, because you look at this price, it's not being bought like crazy, but it will be very soon. So keep an eye on that. Let's take a look at the card list from Perfect Order. It's got $133 Zygarde. It's got $133 Meowth currently, okay? And then after that, it falls off, and then you got your non-gold Zygarde at under $60, but you still have got a few cards in the 50 range. The Clefable, Rose's Encouragement, the Starmie, and then after that it drops off. So you got 25, 21 for the Clefairy, and then you get into your full arts. So, it's actually not a terrible lineup if you think about it. You might think, oh, well, you look at Ascended Heroes and they've got, a whole page of cards and then cards worth hundreds or $1,000+ and yeah, it's not Ascended Heroes. That's a specialty set, and we're not comparing this to specialty sets. What we're going to compare this to is Mega Evolution Set 3. We're going to compare it to Scarlet and Violet Set 3. Why not? Let's do that. Scarlet and Violet Set 3. So let's do that in a minute. Let's look at Set 4, ME04, Chaos Rising. Same kind of story. The booster box is $184, worth a little bit more than the Perfect Order, but still, maybe this one's $15-20 over MSRP, so a little bit more. Still a great buying opportunity. Great. The ETB is 67, 64, and it's tanked. Like, it's really come down a lot in the last 3 months. If you look 65, it's staying right now from 103, and it's at an all-time low right now, maybe even going lower. So this is headed lower. And if you look at the lineup for this one, you got the Greninja, which is worth over $200, then the Gold Greninja at $176, then the Chinchino at $61, and then it drops under $50 after that with the Dragalge and the Floette, and then AZ's Tranquility is only worth $28. So then it really drops off after that, and you get into your IRs and your full arts. The Froakie, surprisingly, is only worth $10, which I think is a super undervalued card. I think some of these cards are actually going to recover and be worth more. But even as is, you've got some value here in the top range of this set. Then let's go to ME05, Pitch Black. This is the newest set. It just came out like fairly recently. If we look, when did it come out here? July. So it's about a month old, I think, just about a month old. And it's already down to $190, but it's making a little bit of a comeback. I think, I don't know if we have like second wave that's come out for this yet. Maybe not, but a second wave would definitely drop this down. But this is $190 for a booster box. You could have picked it up for $180 and then made a little bit of money on it. That's for the booster box. Again, $190 booster box is not for the most recent set that just came out. ETBs are worth $73. So again, a little bit more than the other two sets, but this isn't the brand new set. It's still in its like new set cycle. That's what you got to remember. This is still in its new set cycle and it's still cheap. And then you look at the lineup for this, and yeah, I mean, you've got the Darkrai 207, which I think is going to be a very valuable card. I think this is going to go up. And then you got the Gold Darkrai. The Morpeko is maybe my favorite card of the Mega Evolutions era. I think it's super cool. And the Zeraora 64, and then you drop under $50 with the Chandelure, the Gwyn, Misty's Vitality here at $20. There's not a ton in this set. I think of the three sets, this may be the weakest, but it's got the two most valuable cards, I think, of the three sets. So again, it's got value. It's got some top heavy value. So let's contrast these to the Scarlet and Violet era of the same thing, Obsidian Flame. So if we look at SV03, so this is the third set in the Scarlet and Violet era. We got Charizard at $107. Okay, this is the Charizard. So I'm not comparing this to Phantasmal Flames. I'm just doing it straight by set number to set number. So ME03 to SV03. And it has one card that's worth over $100. And after that, it drops off under 50. Let that sink in for a second. And then after that, under 40. And very quickly, you're getting into the 25 and under range of cards. This does not have a lot of value. This whole set has no value. Okay, if you think about it. Like, you got a Charizard at 107 or just over 100. And then after that, everything's under 50. And only 3 cards that are over 25. Okay, it's absolutely crazy. But how much is the booster box worth? The booster box is worth $367. And the ETB is worth $286. Obsidian Flames Elite Trainer Box. Not the Pokemon Center one. $286. Okay? That's not the Pokemon Center one. Just be really clear with you guys. I even stuttered just now looking at it. $286 for the Obsidian Flames Elite Trainer box. There's no single card values in this set. To get that value back on this booster box of $367, you would literally have to pull, if you pull the top 6 cards from this set, you still would not get your value back on this booster box. So compare that to Perfect Order, okay, which we looked at here, where you're getting a booster box for $174. If you pull a top card in this set, you're already making your money back. What does that tell you for future value? Is Perfect Order going to go up in value? Absolutely, it's going to go up in value. Absolutely. And if you hold on to it for long enough, you're going to see these types of returns, probably more than these Obsidian Flame values. I put it to you that these Mega Evolution era boxes are going to be worth more than these Scarlet and Violet era boxes long term. Let's go to ME04, Paradox Rift. They have a Groudon worth 127, so pretty decent card. The Altaria is $60, and the Morpeko, which is much more inferior Morpeko than the one that we have with Pitch Black right now. It's $55. After that, it drops below 50, and you don't have anything that's you have a lot floating around in that like $25 to $40 range in this set. So there's a little bit of value in here, but there's no top heavy value at all. So what's this worth? Paradox Rift? You can get a booster box for $277 of Paradox Rift. Okay. And it has arguably less value than these other sets we just looked at. And then the ETBs are $190 or 143, depending on which one you get. Comparing that to Chaos Rising, we looked at the values, and then you look at the cards. Look at how much these cards are worth in Chaos Rising. You got 2 very valuable cards in Chaos Rising, and then you've still got some value, but then it drops off pretty quick. So now you compare this set to the Paradox Rift. Which one's better? I don't know. This one's more top heavy, but doesn't have as much depth. Paradox Rift has a little bit more depth in that $25 to $40 range. So really interesting, but you look at the pricing of these boxes, what does that tell you about Chaos Rising? Is that going to be a decent set long term? Is that going to go up in value? Is it going to be sub 200? Is it going to hit 250, 270? If you buy that box for $170, is it going to go over 250 in the next year? Very, very likely it'll go over 220, and it'll hit close to 300, just like Paradox Rift, over the next couple years. So keep an eye on that. Let's move on to the last one here, SV05 Temporal Forces compared to Pitch Black. Look at Temporal Forces. It doesn't have a single card over $100. Pitch Black has a couple. It has the Morpeko we looked at, was the third best card in Pitch Black, was the value of the number 1 card in this set. $94 Temporal Forces for the Ghastly. And then it drops off to under 60, and it's got a little bit more strength in these cards. And I think this is what you see happen over time in a lot of these sets, is that they become less top heavy and the prices start to stabilize and kind of blend in a little bit, and you see a little bit more value from the IRs and the full arts and a little less value from the SIRs. So they kind of start to stabilize a little bit. So you see some value here in this set, but look at the value of these boxes. $300 for a booster box. $300. $300. It's $100 more, $110 more than the Pitch Black booster box. And the ETBs are worth, let's see here. ETBs are worth $132 or $130 versus what we're paying now. Those were 80, I think, right now. $80 for an ETB for Pitch Black. These are a few years old, but what I'm trying to say is you can still get a return on your money, and you still have value in those sets. And then finally, I wanted to show you guys this one, because for Chaos Rising, if you want to compare it, because it's a Greninja set, here's the Greninja set from Scarlet and Violet. Twilight Masquerade. There's the Greninja. It's worth $372. Now, arguably, this is a nicer Greninja. I guess that's subjective. But it's very similar in that after the Greninja, there's not much. Okay, you got the Perrin and then the Eevee, and then it really drops off after that. This Carmine took a huge tank. It was worth a lot more. It came down a ton, and then it drops off after that. And then you start to see cards in the sub 20s. And that's Twilight Masquerade, where a booster box is worth $362, and an ETB is worth only $106, but they did reprint this recently, so that brought the price down a lot. But $362 for a booster box. So if you guys can get your hands on Chaos Rising booster boxes, I think in the like 170, 180, like just over MSRP range, you might double your money before it goes out of print. This isn't out of print yet. They're still printing Twilight. So I really think that there's some incredible buying opportunities right now, guys. Incredible buying opportunities. And you would be absolutely remiss not to take advantage of them. This is, again, for investors, sure, you guys can hate on me for keeping my sealed product, call me a scalper, whatever. Fair enough. But for even collectors, this is an opportunity for you guys to get product at close to MSRP. We've been asking for this for years. The opportunity is here. If you're a collector and you say, I don't like this set, it's poo-poo order and chaos, I don't know, chaos set is not for me, and the Darkrai set you don't like, okay? I'm sorry, but you can't. Beggars can't be choosers. You can't complain. I mean, you've been begging for MSRP. You've been begging for affordable sets. You've been begging for this market to stabilize, and now it's finally here. And if you don't take advantage of it, then you're a hypocrite. I'm calling you out. You're a hypocrite. That's it. It's simple as that. Oh, I don't like this set. Why don't you like the set? Because it's too cheap? So then you don't like the set because it doesn't have the big hit value cards that you want. Then are you chasing money, or are you chasing the love of the hobby and chasing the cards and the hits? I think it's very simple. If you're telling me you don't like 3 sets in a row, all of which are around MSRP now, and you're telling me I don't want any of these sets, I don't even want to keep the boxes, I want to open them, I don't want to collect the cards, I don't want any of them, you're a scalper. You're a scalper. Simple as that. I've opened a ton of Perfect Order Chaos Rising, Pitch Black soon to come. I haven't been recording a ton of videos, and I apologize for that, but I am going to be opening more Pitch Black. If you're telling me you don't like these 3 sets and you don't have a real good reason, oh, we don't like the cards. Oh, there's 2 small sets. Oh, look at all these other sets from Scarlet and Violet era. You don't like those sets either. I bet if you can get those for the same price as these sets, you would be all over them. You'd be all over them. Why? Because you're a scalper. You're just looking for deals. You're looking to make a quick buck. You're looking for the high value cards. You're a gambler or a scalper, or whatever it may be. You pick. But it is actually really makes me angry that everyone's trying to dump these 3 sets right now because they're not getting the value out of them that they wanted. And these are the so-called collectors. Okay. And people's true colors are really coming out now. And I love it. And I'm here for it. And I'm happy it's going to create some healing in this hobby. 30th anniversary is coming out. Target dropped the pre-orders, and I've always been able to get Target pre-orders for almost everything. And I couldn't get anything on this Target pre-order. The bots have absolutely monopolized the Target website now. It's been tough. I did get some on Pokemon Center. I don't know if I'm going to be getting a ton of 30th anniversary, but the key with 30th anniversary, guys, is going to be patience. It's going to be patience, because just like with these sets, 30th anniversary is going to be an absolute madness crap show when it releases. After it comes out, the prices are going to drop. You guys just wait. You're going to have to be patient. Wait. Prices are going to come down, and scalpers are going to be dumping it because they're not going to be able to sell it as much. It's going to be the same story. We're going through a new phase of this hobby. 30th is going to be crazy. I'm not denying that. It is going to be crazy, but they're going to print a ton of it, and they're going to be printing it for a long time. So if you have FOMO and you need to get your hands on 30th anniversary on release or in the first 3 months of release, you're going to be paying a premium. But if you wait, They're going to keep printing it. It's going to keep dropping. It's going to come out everywhere. It's going to come out at Costco and Sam's Club, and Target's going to restock it all the time, and Walmart's going to restock it, and they're going to have more drops online, and different retailers are going to have it, and they're going to print a crap ton of it. And then the Rayquaza set's going to come out. And what's going to happen? I mean, people aren't going to have the time, the money, the patience, and the willingness to chase Ascended Heroes, 30th anniversary, and the Rayquaza set all at the same time. It's just not going to happen. So there's going to be something's going to give, and the Ascended Heroes is going to go down in price. You'll see Ascended Heroes because they're going to keep printing that too. Prismatic is a different story because they're going to stop printing Prismatic. So you're going to start to see Prismatic go up in price as the print runs really slow down for Prismatic. They're going to stop printing as much of it. They just printed a ton of these Prismatic SPCs, but they're going to stop. And then those are going to go up in value a lot. But then Ascended's going to start to come down a little bit. They're going to continue to print Ascended. There's going to be tons of Ascended coming out on the market, along with 30th anniversary and along with the Rayquaza set. It's all going to happen. Not all of it's going to go crazy. You're going to start to see fluctuations, and you guys are going to keep an eye out on things. And when people say, I don't want this anymore, when people say, I want 30th, I want Rayquaza, and they're not talking about Ascended, that's the time to buy Ascended, guys. That is the time to buy Ascended. There's a wise man on the Pokemon universe that says, when everybody goes in one direction, go in another direction. That is the key to success in this hobby. You may not be able to find it at MSRP, but you might be able to find a deal that's going to be able to give you product at a reasonable price if you want to open it or hold on to it for gains long term. And that's the key in this hobby. Don't have FOMO. Be patient and understand the market. And that's what I'm going to leave you guys with today. Again, JP fans, if you want to click my affiliate link, sign up below, get a bunch of discounts. If you want to order Japanese Pokemon or anything from Japan, it's a great option. And we'll catch you on the next one.